was listening to the pod from today. Clemson didn't storm the field. We do that, win or lose, every single game, he meant to say. It's called meeting at the paw. Well, it's been a thing for 60 years.
Meeting at the paw sounds like the lamest thing. Meeting at the paw. It's the worst thing.
Why would you storm the field every game? It's the dumbest tradition.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1070 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, October 28th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Pat's got all the heavy hitters in the cup of coffee in the big time. I'm talking Harvey Weinstein, Kanye West, media, social media.
Elon, stocks, bonds, sex.
Whoa.
Crazy. So get ready for that. It's going to be a robust cup of Joe. Mark's got the worst show and tell ever on deck.
Didn't go well.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
It really doesn't. I've got a borrowed segment from Mark. Thank you, Mark. With a which one's worse in the hole.
I love it.
So
People have been asking for that.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite segment. A lot of others too.
The most requested segment of all time, I've heard.
Yeah.
And Wes has the high five to buzz us into another amazing weekend this week to end the Hard Factor podcast.
That's right.
What's in there, Wes? You got any teasers about?
Yeah, I mean, I got some great user comments, some insults, some updates on some stories, people setting us straight.
Nice.
Couple of voicemails.
Whoa.
We need it sometimes.
Well, Fact Check Friday. Fact Check Friday was always one of the staples of the show.
That's right.
And shout out intern Cam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people setting us straight.
Yeah.
80% accuracy. Can we put that up? Can we?
Yeah, can we get that up?
The disclaimer, please, so everybody knows. Couple announcements I've got to make. The weather in Austin, Texas is fantastic. And also,
not so fast tomorrow. Today
it's gonna suck on Friday, but it's gonna be great. It's been. I mean, I was at the pumpkin patch today. Fantastic. Woo. Also, new Macho Man Hard Factor tees are dropping soon.
What do you mean?
Just show them.
Do you have the other one?
Dropping soon.
Oh, yeah, you know I do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
The cream of the crop, the cup of coffee, the big time teas, Hard Factor, customized, breathtakingly beautiful. Go look at the design store.hardfactor.com. On what day, Wes, can people?
11/1.
Oh.
This is first of the month.
The first of the month.
It's the top of the month.
Pay your rent, buy a shirt.
This is the beginning of the month.
It's going to be a good month.
Wait.
Tell you what, I really hope that when you're hearing this, Hard Factor fans, that our NFL parlay for our Patreon subscribers at the top tier are real happy, and we didn't lose our bet on Thursday night's game, which the wheel picked.
Ravens.
So we'll just let you know if the show's not on the air Monday, it's because we won, okay?
Oh, good.
So you better hope we lose.
Yeah, if it's ever a rerun on a Monday that's not like a national holiday or we announced like we're doing some sort of group vacation together, we hit the parlay.
So our parlay doesn't depend on the Monday night game ever?
We've never gotten that far. We've never made it to 4 o'clock.
This is right. Tuesday.
We've made it.
We've
made it to 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Late.
Oh, that's a bad.
Let's just pop that.
You guys want to restart the show?
Wow.
Tuesdays.
Sometimes you got to set us straight.
All right. That's enough. Let's do the news.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Guys, quick update in the Los Angeles rape trial of sex pest and Oscar winner Harvey Weinstein. The placement of Weinstein's wheelchair was adjusted on Wednesday so that he could no longer glare directly at the jury box.
Just staring at
why
the
not?
jury.
Yeah.
They weren't comfortable with that?
He'd been doing it for days.
How heavy was he breathing while he was staring?
He was sexually assaulting them with his mind is what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't even in like the defendant box. He was just directly in front of the jurors.
So the situation
Accios in his mouth.
is that he's in that sympathy wheelchair, you know, the wheelchair where I used to rape, But all of a sudden, I'm so weak that I can't walk, let alone rape wheelchair.
Yeah, couldn't
Right.
possibly.
You saw Bill Cosby use that tactic, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That Nazi guy in the documentary did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
Ivan
a
the Terrible.
big move. I'm surprised we didn't see R. Kelly in a wheelchair.
Ivan the Terrible's legs all of a sudden stopped working. Yeah.
So he was positioned to the left, right? You imagine a big courtroom. You got the defense table. You got the prosecution table. He was positioned to the left of the side of the prosecution. I'm sorry, the defense table. And a sheriff's deputy noticed that Weinstein was spending most of the long trial days staring directly at the jury, sometimes not blinking or breaking his gaze for as many as 20 minutes at a time. His attorney said, hey, there's not... No, that's not true. He has been gazing, but I don't know if he hasn't been blinking.
That would be impressive, though. Like if he was just like nonstop making eye contact with one juror.
He has no other plays, Will. I mean, he needs to dig down deep and figure something out because he doesn't have a lot of moves left, you know?
Yeah, his back's against the wall. Well, I mean,
the latest one that came
Sell.
out like today or yesterday, right? It was just a brutal rape in a hotel room where he like,
Well, I mean,
just, yeah. I mean,
didn't he do that to like everybody? I
yeah,
mean,
but this is a new one. Like,
a lot
this-
of
the details are horrible
Some
with
of
him.
them were like, he tried to like pretend like he was going to get him flowers and then lock the door. But this one sounds like he just
no, this one was just a
with a
forced
knife and a
entry, forced
balaclava.
blowjob.
Yeah.
no. And then it was on his like weird cock, right? There's all that weird.
Yeah, she couldn't get an he couldn't get an erection, and then
he's
he
got the
wanted he
weird
called her
dick.
like a little girl.
Yeah,
He's like, it's not about that for me. Don't worry.
weird.
Or like Mira Sorvino, who he ruined and tanked her entire
And
career.
Ashley Judd.
Didn't come out until 20 years later. Anyway, guys, the defense lawyer was like, there's not room back here, man. And the sheriff's deputy was like, fuck that.
Yes, juror number 5. Can we get
Yes.
remove Weinstein?
He's really staring daggers.
Yeah. What is it, juror number 5? Oh,
I mean,
I have a problem.
some of these guys, some of these defendants shouldn't even be like allowed in the courtroom. The Waukesha guy was nuts too. Did you guys see his trial?
it is true. Like if you're like an intense murderer or rapist, and you can definitely intimidate a juror.
Yeah.
They're
Do you
just,
remember
like,
the
tough- yeah,
vampire?
they're not like
the
trained.
vampire serial killer? The one
No.
they did it was a Netflix thing about him.
Oh yeah, the Night Stalker guy you
The
talking
Night
about.
Stalker.
Yeah.
He was a nut job in
court?
his trial. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a play they can do. It's like, hey, I killed 12 people. I'm not I can get my hands on you too.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so nuts. Like the Waukesha dude that was asking who in the court can say what I did, like meaning like they're all dead because I killed them, but they can't testify against me. He thought that was a good defense. That's how
Yeah, but
crazy he is.
he's crazy evil. Weinstein is a different
No,
evil.
What I'm saying is like the jurors are uncomfortable in both rooms.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
extremely uncomfortable. They're just civilians.
Right. You just got a
Weinstein's-
fucking letter in the mail like, hey, you got to
Yeah.
skip work next week, and then you go get crazy staring at your
Yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
like,
5 days.
I've killed jurors before. It's like, oh,
not great.
Oh man. Let's move on, guys. In a visual pun that shows he really knows the sardonic and ironic tone of the user base on the social media platform that he just bought, Elon Musk posted a ROFL level video, guys. Roll on the floor, laughing, hilarious. And here's what it is. I'm gonna play for you guys. The audio is not even worth hearing, okay, because it's kind of far away. But he's walking into Twitter's offices, right? Okay, and he's got, get this, a sink in his hands, right? Like a
whoa,
big
what
sink.
a goofball. What does that mean?
Like it's totally awkward. And the copy on the tweet was entering Twitter HQ. Let that sink in.
Whoa.
Whoa. Master class in comedy there from Elon.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to give it to the assistants for the text that they got late Thursday night or Wednesday night that said, "Get me a sink."
Yeah.
For
I mean-
I got a great gag idea.
It's like a 5-minute trip to Home Depot. But
Oh no
Yeah.
way, Will! You got so many other things on your fucking plate. Like your boss is literally taking over one of the big 3 social media companies tomorrow, but now you're driving around Palo Alto looking for a fucking sink.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got guys for that.
what he should have done is brought in some pillows because they're going to be working 23 hours a day over there.
That's true.
to not get fired. Well, actually, most of them are going to get fired, right? That's
Right. The ones that want the 20% that want to keep their jobs are going to have to work 23 hours a day.
Elon
I saw a funny
tweeted
thing from the Onion. It said Elon Musk firing all 3,200 Twitter employees and replacing them with one immigrant named Anwar.
Yeah, I mean, it might be his plan. I think Wes, terrifyingly, there's actually 7,500 Twitter employees.
Yeah.
So
Seems
there's
a lot.
way too many. Yeah.
The video, guys, was of similar quality to the responses on Twitter from people who both hated on Elon and championed him as like a warrior who's going to fight for their undercooked takes that they think are too hot for the internet. There was a lot of that. Like, finally, I'm going to be able to say what I really want to say, not realizing that Elon's plan is to have a community regulated system. And if you're an asshole, probably you're not going to get hurt. But hey, good for you, free speech warrior. Elon takes over Twitter on Friday for the original amount of money he offered. So
nice.
Good for Twitter.
It's
not
like
good for me because I bought those stocks and had to sell them because they didn't do well and needed to pay a bill. Now I got no stocks.
No,
and
you sold them. I sold them at the wrong time.
first of the month.
What's it called? You sent that TikTok text exchange. Like that type of guy is the guy that thinks he can get away with it on Twitter, and then he got
I
fired.
deeply wanted to cover that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy on TikTok. I forget his name. I'll tweet it. But he's a straight shooter, probably a left leaning guy. But like he's an older gentleman on TikTok, just calling bullshit out. And a guy from Texas, a realtor, was doing a selfie in front of a Let's Go Brandon bus, and he's like, "Let's go, Brandon! Hell yeah, Texas!" And this guy, the commenter goes, "You don't have the balls to just say fuck Joe Biden? Texas needs to grow a set." Whatever. That was his opinion.
Right.
And this guy went full psycho, got his cell phone number, texted him and said, "You know who this is?" Like the guy you just made fun of on TikTok.
Hey, ass, FAGGOT. He called him an ass.
And then he just texted him the street in which he lives on.
Hey guys, I'm going to kill your whole family.
Watch your family.
Yeah.
And this guy just screenshotted it, added the FBI, and added Colwell Banker.
He got fired.
Career over.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Speaking of social media, Meta had a bad earnings call, guys. Really bad. Their stock dropped 24% to its lowest level in about 4 years. And if you're keeping score at home, that's before Joe Biden was president. So although this is mostly his fault, thanks, Joe Biden, it's really a sign of things not going so good over there at Meta.
Well, it's almost all Mark Zuckerberg's fault for investing so much in the metaverse.
Yes.
That's what they're saying about Thanksgiving turkeys, Will, but I think I have a different opinion about
Did you see how what happened to his net worth?
Yeah, they're Kanyeing him. They're like, "You're so stupid with the metaverse. We're lopping you off."
It's down to 38 billion from 150 a year ago. He's lost 113 billion in a year.
Luckily, Kanye's off the
Everybody
list,
thinks he's so stupid with the metaverse. Like everybody thinks it's the dumbest fucking idea of all time.
During like the pandemic and shit, like everyone lost money except for the billionaires. They gained money, but not Zuckerberg. He lost 100 billion.
He's going down. Yeah.
Okay. What must it be like to be him? Right. First of all, you had a dorm room.
Weird.
And in that dorm room, you created a company. If you haven't heard, but like he thinks that this is the right bet, and he's looking at guys like Steve Jobs because everyone likes to look at Steve Jobs in Silicon Valley, and he's like, "I know they don't. This is my company." And look, he could be right, but he also could be very, very, very
he's just
wrong.
taking a huge bet on VR that, like, if you're in his mind right now,
like it's paying off.
Right, but if you're in his mind right now, he's like, "I knew it wouldn't pay off at first, so I just got to stick to the plan." I mean,
yeah, but he doesn't have the funds to get it off the ground. He's like got 30 billion.
And he still has a huge amount of stake in Facebook and Instagram. So
he'll be fine. Yeah. But hey, look, man, I want the metaverse to work. What he's doing, guys, for us is he's just getting us one step closer to that indiscernible virtual oral sex experience. So he is doing that, and you got to
I mean, if you haven't tried VR porn, it is something that if you have a headset, it is worth a try.
Between him and the worth a try. Yeah. Between him and the real sex doll guys, they got our backs in the future.
Mm-hmm. And old school friend of the show, Autoblow.ai, actually sent me an email the other day, and there's a second generation of the Autoblow coming out. They're not a sponsor of the show. I'm just letting you guys know because I believe in what they do.
That's nice of them to reach out.
Famously gave one away to a prize winner at our biggest live show in Austin.
He loved it.
The Eagle.
Did he wore an eagle costume? That was a Halloween?
No one ever saw that guy again, Wes.
That wasn't Halloween. He was just wearing an eagle costume, not on Halloween, right?
Guy just covered in jizz in some Austin
floated
apartment.
away on a cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was happy.
He stopped listening to the show.
Stuck to a wall. Yeah.
He did, yeah. Anyway, guys, moving on. Weird headlines from the New York Post on Thursday. I was like gonna cover some of these stories, but I was running out the door, and I was like, I don't know about some of these. Like this one, Divine. We must murder Joe and Hunter Biden. This is alleged. That was a headline.
The latest. Yeah.
Right. And then there was this one about AOC. We must assassinate AOC for America, which doesn't even seem like news. It just seems like an opinion.
Yeah, that's an op-ed.
Right. It was an op-ed. And then this one I thought was this was true. It's Governor Abbott says, I will order Border Patrol to start slaughtering illegals.
This one's
Here's the
believable.
link.
Yeah.
It's believable.
You could you could tell. I texted immediately. I go, somebody's butthurt about the Hunter Biden scoop from New York Post, aren't they? And
Hey, man.
lo
I
and
don't
behold,
know.
what was it?
Well, it turns out the guy that's writing, look, the New York Post,
They got hacked.
they
or
are
what?
they are the kings of writing salacious headlines.
Right.
And they're not the most
Hey,
respected journalistically,
they're our friends.
but
I'm a big New York
they
Post
write
guy.
they
we're
write
New
some
York
salacious headlines.
Post podcast. Yeah.
Oh no, they cover the content we love. There's no doubt about it. But
They gave, with their journalistic integrity, they gave us credit for that Antonio Brown tweet.
That's true. And also, not only that, but they are also one of the few other news outlets like us that will do OnlyFans ads as news stories.
Yeah, they love
That
boobs.
is true.
They love boobs as much as we do.
that is true. But guys, here, look, I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
And those three headlines I read you were objectively hilarious.
Yes.
But there was
good
one that, even if you were trying to be a satiristic, went too far, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not going to read that headline, but it turns out,
The Mayor Adams one.
yes, it was very offensive.
Well,
even
Les,
if
tell
you were
us what
trying
it
to
was.
point out some bullshit, but it's
Cliff Notes us.
It was a very offensive term that, an animal that people associate with black people, and also something that they really like, that they stereotypically like to eat.
So this
Oh,
person
wow.
got real racist
That's-
with the
that's
headline.
kinda
They got
It was
really
racist.
racist.
That's kind of
it was not.
Yeah.
It was not in the tone of these others, which
Right.
were satire about people's feelings. It was just really like,
It really
The
stood out.
was
others are
gross.
so politically charged.
Got
and
a
then
little
they
too
went with the
comfortable.
super racist one.
But we need this pressure valve
Someone had-
release.
No one heat checked this person.
Like, this is funny, but it turns out it was an employee. Okay, it was an
What a
employee
psycho.
who took over the Twitter and took over the account. The spokesperson for New York Post earlier on Thursday said it was a hack. That was the first rumor going around. Turns out it was someone from inside.
So
Yeah, a
we've always
disgruntled employee.
we've been very lucky to work with some incredible interns historically, but this is a concern, sometimes for us, like intern Danny, who lost our TikTok. We're like, is he just going to go on a rampage now and take over the Twitter and Instagram, because he has the keys to it? Is he just going to go out in a blaze of glory here?
It's a concern.
It's a
Whenever
concern.
you're in the social media world, it's definitely
When
this
multiple
guy's
people
in
have
the
your
back end of the
logins,
website, though. He's like publishing articles.
I don't think we have we're not big enough to want to burn down yet, but we will get there. And once you're a large organization owned by News Corp,
You've made it.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's move on to the top story of the day, also known, if you're a listener to the show, as
The cream of the crop!
So, update on Kanye West. To recap, in case you've been out of the country, or where was Jared Leto when it was like when Trump got elected, or something weird happened?
He was on a 28-day retreat. Yeah.
He was like in a sweat lodge.
Yeah, with no technology. Yeah.
So if you were out there or out of the country, here's the recap. So Ye, right? Kanye West. It was COVID, yes. What? So Ye got off his meds again. Having an epic bipolar spiral. He started hanging out with Candace Owens, and then, like, shortly thereafter embraced a dozen or so racist conspiracy theories and misnomers about people of the Jewish faith, right? That's more or less what happened. Oh, by the way, those people of the Jewish faith, historically, they have a pretty solid memory about what can happen when people with large platforms say things like Ye is saying and aren't checked. So that's mostly what's going to cause.
They've seen megalomaniac, psychopath people before, right?
Yeah, well, they have a reason to remember.
Yeah.
So here's where we're at. October 16th, right? An episode of Drink Champs, great show, dropped where Ye said that he can literally say anti-Semitic shit and Adidas cannot drop me, right? And then Tuesday, Adidas dropped him. Gap dropped him too. A couple of days later, he almost bought Nutjob, Echo Chamber, Parlor. We covered that. And at some point, he went on Piers Morgan and gave a non-apology apology. You guys remember that one? He essentially was like, I'm sorry if I hurt you, but I don't regret what I said. And then Piers Morgan said, I have a suggestion. By the way, Piers Morgan, total asshole. It's like, I have a suggestion for you. And he goes, hey, Piers, how much are you worth? Went back there. And Piers said, not as much as you, Kanye. He said, maybe take some advice from me then, Piers. So it wasn't really an apology, okay? And the droppings continued. Balenciaga, they took his stuff off their site. His talent agent, CAA, said, no mas. Madame Tussauds, the wax museum, they got the Ye figure out of their London location.
They
melted it down.
Damn.
They waxed him, yeah. Yeah, they just turned the heat up in the room he was in.
Yeah. Just turn him into a candle over there.
Yeah, let nature take its course. Def Jam, his record label, dropped him, and they killed his sub-label deal with, I don't know if a little label called Good Music. Ever heard of it? Good Music, no mas. MRC Entertainment, fully shot documentary in the can on Ye. Now they get a tax break. That's not coming out. Now, all that's bad, right?
It got so bad, Pat, that I don't know if you saw Kanye's post on Instagram, but he posted that he cut ties with himself. Kanye
he reposted that joke. And then he also kind of apologized to Ari Emanuel, sort of.
I saw that. We said, Ari,
it's all
words
love.
Are love.
Yeah. It's all love, but hate speech that I was doing. It's love speech.
He's still being enigmatic. And Ari Emanuel's like, again, Kanye, coming from a place that our people had some,
my hate speech
some
is
things
love
in the
speech,
past that you got to understand.
The cutting ties with himself was a great joke.
Cutting ties with himself was pretty good.
I mean, like, when you get dropped by everybody, at least make a joke out of it.
But guess what?
Well, it was a repost. He didn't write it.
It
was like
no, he didn't.
Brown.
No, definitely not. Yeah. Well, him and AB was one of the only people that stuck with Donda
He's
Sports.
Apparently the all head the other. He runs Donda Sports.
He's
That's
Mark is very high up, and he's only one of the few athletes that stayed with Kanye after all this trial and tribulation.
They closed down that stupid school he had too.
No, then they reopened it.
Oh, they did.
We're gonna get to that, guys. Guys, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it.
Idiot parents sending people.
Yeah,
guys, all this stuff is bad.
Yeah, it's
but
bad.
Things in the Ye ecosystem are dire when brands that are no one's first choice start coming out against you, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods, who jumped on the bandwagon too, saying, quote, at TJX, we do not tolerate discrimination, harassment, or hate of any kind. We've instructed our buying teams not to purchase this merchandise for sale in any of our stores globally. And I was like, what? Okay. I didn't know that they were there.
To be fair, when your company ends with 2 X's in a row, you kind of need to come out ahead of things sometimes. TJ Maxx XX, that's an aggressive
How many
name.
Yeezys have TJ Maxx sold lifetime?
14 total. I got the numbers. Guys,
but just in case.
Some are saying that Goodwill and the Salvation Army have prepared statements distancing themselves.
I love it.
West.
I love how all these brands have never sold a single Kanye item.
There's going to be $230 pair of shoes in the Goodwill,
I was kidding about the Goodwill.
That's hilarious, man.
Right.
It didn't get that bad. It actually it got worse. And that's because Peloton, the makers of the child-eating monster treadmill, have reportedly started telling members that their instructors will no longer be using West's music in classes moving forward.
Wow. And they kill babies.
Yeah, literally.
This is bad.
They're in absolutely no way, shape, or form affiliated with Kanye West. They use his music under a blanket license, but no more. Guys, on Wednesday...
That would be good for Jewish people working out, though, if you played Kanye's music, wouldn't it? Like a little motivation, like hate.
Makes you running?
Yeah, makes you angry.
Get your heart rate up.
Yeah.
Get away.
That'd be good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then...
I think so.
I'm going up a hill.
Get excited now.
Yeah.
You're in a groove, and then you hear,
I like to be angry when I'm...
You like a little challenge?
I like a little anger.
Yeah.
A little hate.
I get it. Yeah,
you're running to like metal.
Wes reads emails from the Texas Attorney General.
Yeah, exactly.
when he's on the treadmill.
I read the back of my yearbook in 7th grade.
Yeah. She said she'd call.
You'll never be the King, Wes.
She said keep in touch.
Guys, on Wednesday, Kanye showed up. Kanye showed up to the headquarters of the company that holds the record for most Christmas disappointments as well as middle school beatdowns. I'm, of course, talking about Skechers USA in Manhattan Beach, California. And he did that without being invited, and he had to be subsequently escorted out of the building. Here's their statement. Skechers USA, Inc., the Comfort Technology Company trademark, stated Kanye West also referred to as Ye, arrived unannounced, without invitation, at one of Skechers' corporate offices in Los Angeles. Considering Ye was engaged in filming people without their consent, okay, two Skechers executives escorted him and his party from the building after a brief conversation. Skechers is not considering and has had no intention of working with West. We condemn his recent divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech. The company would like to again stress that West showed up unannounced and uninvited to Skechers' corporate offices. And guys, for a shoe designer that Skechers doesn't want to work with, that's like getting rejected from Radford University. It hurts. And I know from personal experience, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. He probably, that's a safe, Skechers was a safety school for sure. He was like, they're going to, what? Skechers throw me out?
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, someone at Skechers who's smart was like, this is the biggest chance we ever had to look cool.
Throw him out.
Yeah, let's throw him out.
Roll camera,
let's get rid of Tony Romo and hire Kanye.
Exactly. Is Tony Romo a Skechers
Tony
guy?
Romo the Skechers guy?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Big time Skechers guy.
I think I was telling you guys this yesterday off air, but a buddy of mine's a shoe designer, and he got like an audition for Skechers. And the Skechers process for shoe designers is they come in and they give you like 5 pictures of Nikes, Adidas, and actual name brand shoes, and they go, rip these off, but make them look a little bit different. That's like what Skechers' business model is. But they don't want Kanye. And West, to your point earlier, speaking of schools, Donda Academy, Kanye West's $15,000 a year Christian prep school, which emphasized real-world implementation, basketball, parkour, and if Kanye has his druthers, teaches Hanukkah over Kwanzaa, because as we learned from his unaired portion of the Tucker Carlson interview, Hanukkah, at least, quote, comes with some financial engineering. Anyway, that institute of higher learning has closed to rebuild its focus and its mission, which, according to an initial email, was at the discretion of its founder. And that refocus should be completed in about, 11 months or so. So September 2023.
No, they reopened hours after closing.
Hours after closing, an email went out saying, join us tomorrow morning in worship for the return of Donda Academy. That was according to TMZ. We're coming back with a vengeance. So who knows? Literally no one knows what's going on. There is one positive, guys, in the ecosystem. His 2016 album, The Life of Pablo, has mysteriously re-entered the Billboard Top 200 charts, which has a lot of people scratching their heads, but not me.
No, this is what happens. Remember when the country star dropped the
Morgan
N-word
Wallen?
And he was like number one for like 2 months after dropping the N-word. Yeah,
it's like that, but it's a cousin to that. It's a cousin to that. Yeah. So it's kind of a simple formula, which is this: idiots. They find out about like good art, music, film, food, pretty much almost exactly 7 years after non-idiots. So we're coming up right on that, okay? And you combine that with what Mark was getting at, which is a little bit different because this is an entirely brand new demographic of closeted bigots who now feel like they can listen to Kanye because he's got some good ideas. So
I get what he's saying now. Yeah.
He's effectively become a whole shitty group of people's black friend.
He came around.
Yeah.
I listen to hip hop music. And that
Kanye.
is the
I listen to Kanye, yeah.
That is the cup of coffee of the big time guys that is brought to you by our partner, Factor. Fall is here. With a new season comes a new routine. But if you're like me, you're sick of the same old day after day. Luckily, Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery makes it easy to switch things up with 30-plus meal choices per week, 36-plus weekly add-ons, and an option to add protein or go vegan, veggie, number of different meals. I'll tell you what, having messed with a number of meal subscription services, they have more options than anything, and the food is of a higher quality. It's amazing. I was going to the grocery store or eating out constantly, and like it just breaks the bank, and you're not eating that well. But Factor don't mess around, man. They got the good stuff. They have a rotating menu. Tons of fall options. You can get seasonal favorites like 3-bean vegan chili, apple mustard pork chop, Tuscan tomato chicken, whatever. It's cheaper than takeout. And look, thanks to their commitment to key ingredients and integrity, you can actually feel good about the way you're eating. So when things get busy, right? If you're like me and you have a baby and a woman that can't cook, Factor's the move. I didn't know that I needed it until they came on to sponsor us, and I'm like, I can't live without this. It's fantastic. Yeah. So if you want to get in, everything that you need for a week of good eats, ready-to-eat meals, cold-pressed juices. The juices are fantastic.
Oh, man.
You can go to...
Smoothies
are great.
Smoothie me.
Yeah. go.factor75.com/hardfactor60. You can use promo code hardfactor60 because you can get 60% off your first box. So write this down because it's a long one, okay? Go.factor75.com and then throw a hard factor 60 after the slash. Pretty easy. Figure it out.
Or
Hard factor 60 is the promo code.
hyperlink in wherever description you're watching.
Right here.
YouTube,
Right here in
Spotify,
the notes, guys.
Apple, wherever you're watching this, it's right there. Click the link.
That hard factor 60, hard factor one word, 60 attached to the end, no space, 60, will get you 60% off your first box. So go check out Factor. I mean, like, really, I know we've all like tried
Deal.
Meal kits, but like, this is different. It's a little bit different.
The flavors are a little bit different.
It's the best one.
Different.
Yeah, it's definitely
The best one by
It
far.
is. And you got to mix the sides in because they do a good job of picking which sides go with which. All right, I got a quick whoopsie for you. Longtime listeners of the show will know why Wes can probably relate to this story. It's got major opening your laptop at work after it died and it booting up to loud porno scene vibes.
Oh no! What would have happened?
Yeah.
You ever think of maybe like acting like scared, like you're watching a horror movie, like, oh, that was a vicious kill, and then shut it.
You don't
like,
really think when that's happening to you.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
of
it's tough
course
to
you don't.
think.
Of course
I've
you
been
don't.
hacked.
That was a stupid suggestion.
I've been hacked. It's a pop-up. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection officer was doing an outreach presentation in McAllen, Texas at Sherryland North Junior High when he made a big mistake. He plugged in his phone to a massive projector, and when he unlocked it, his most recent JO session porn scene was on full display for the 6th and 7th graders.
That poor bastard, man.
He was talking out of school.
He was he was like, this is why you should join the Customs and Border Patrol. And before he could even get into his spiel, he projected the largest porno image that's ever been projected.
That's a good.
So it's not like
point.
it's not like a guy at work. He went to a place to represent the customs department.
That's his work.
Yes.
That's his work was to do that, and he
Recruitment.
didn't untab, and he just
That's it, Will. This is why you got to be careful when you hand your phone to someone. Those kids really got to know what the CBP officer was all about. Hey, it's not really a stepdaughter. They're just actors.
they put that label on everything these days.
The word step.
Obviously the presentation was over before it started, and the outreach effort was a big failure because not a single one of those kids is going to want to grow up to be a guy who gets dragged out of a middle school auditorium in handcuffs.
He did not get arrested. He got arrested.
Dude.
Yeah, of course
he showed
did.
porn to kids.
Of course he got arrested. Yeah.
What, for real? I mean, I
Yes,
understand.
dude.
Yes, it makes sense. It's breaking the law, but like, it's not like he meant to.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. A lot of crimes are unintentional.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mean to run someone over, but you're not paying attention on your driving, it's reckless driving and vehicular manslaughter. Pat, this one,
Yeah, but they don't feel good after you run them over. You know what I mean?
that's true. This one sick dumb bastard does not reflect the good, hardworking people that have a high quality of work and life balance at U.S. Customs and Border Protection, said a representative for the U.S. CBP. We get great health care, 2.5 weeks PTO, not including major holidays. And as you can see, they definitely don't monitor our phones. Our personal life is just that, personal.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do when you're just watching a border? You know.
Yeah.
True. They need to let those guys have free reign, but they do need to tighten it up a little bit. I mean, you can't be showing porn to kids.
But hold on, this is my point. This is my point. Yes, of course you cannot be showing porn to kids. And that's why the law was written, guys. The law was written because there was a time when you couldn't just get porn on your phone as easily as this man could. And Wes, great point. What else are you doing when you're watching the border? Everyone's doing it, okay? So
Right,
it's
but Pat,
not like this guy went and bought a bunch of porn.
It's a loophole for people purposely showing porn and being like, oh, it's an accident. If you're not careful.
It's still a crime. That's why it has to stay a crime.
Exactly. Police were called to the
With you
middle
though, Pat. I feel bad for this guy.
Oh,
Of course, everybody does.
Everyone feels bad.
Nobody's like the judge feels
He's
bad.
an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, everybody feels bad for him. But
Everyone feels bad for this guy. Police were called to the middle school at 1:57 p.m. So I imagine this presentation started around 1:56 p.m. The McAllen Police Department issued a police report with the top line stating, "For immediate release," in all capital letters, probably because word spread around town pretty quick that some adult in an officer uniform blasted a 20 by 20 foot porno to 300 preteens in their jurisdiction, and they wanted to get ahead of it. Yeah.
good call.
Yeah.
That's a major you're cutting ties with the Yeezy moment. You got to make sure you're out ahead of that one.
For immediate release.
As soon as you hear about it, you got to make that announcement.
For sure. They probably got a few phone calls from some concerned parents like, hello, 911. I heard one of your officers was playing a stepmom, stepdaughter three-way porn with the son who was back from college while his workaholic dad was at work. Did I hear that right? It was
We're a blended family. This is awkward.
I heard it was a busty stepmom and a flat-chested stepdaughter three-way. What the hell is going on over there?
What if it was like a hookup hot shots?
I heard at one part the dad came home from work and the three carried on pretending to not be doing it, and he just was unawares.
Oh, what kind of porn do you think it was, man?
Definitely step something.
Dirty.
Yeah.
What if it was? Well, yeah. What if it was like bukkake or some weird?
Yeah,
shit?
if it was bukkake or like extreme gay, fisting.
Look, there are abbreviations.
Crazy.
I am really struggling to find out exactly what they are here on the internet.
What if it was like one of those animated games? It's like a demon fucking. All right, we
Try not to come.
We gotta get this guy out of here.
I want to be a border patrol agent for Halloween, Mom.
Look, my son learned today that BBW doesn't just stand for Bath and Body Works or Build-A-Bear Workshop, okay?
It's so funny. He failed so horribly at his recruitment. Yeah. That's it.
I heard they were playing Pogs. What? No one plays that game anymore.
Pogs.
I think Wes is right though. I think a couple kids are going to be like, I don't know.
I think this might be the most successful recruiting event ever.
Kids, yeah.
You're allowed to still jerk off as an adult?
Yeah.
Like all he had to do was not open that tab in front of us, man. And like you would.
I got to tell you guys, U.S. Customs does have a sordid history of giving certain people permission to break the law for the good of the country.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
all federally.
It was such a clusterfuck though, because like it first got reported that it was like a different branch of like Border Patrol or whatever, and then like they came in, they're like, "Hey, wait a damn minute! It's U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, okay?" Like everyone was trying to distance themselves from this moron.
because Border Patrol was like, it was a customs guy.
Yeah, exactly. They demanded all the periodicals like update. And they're like, update. Border Patrol's demanded we let you know it's Customs and Border. They don't want to be associated with this idiot.
Cool phone, mister.
I think Customs is usually the more prestigious too than Border Patrol.
I don't know. Not in this case, Pat.
Yeah, I mean,
I know. Yeah,
it could have been effective. You never know. We got to look at the numbers. We're gonna have to wait for the data to come out on that one.
Hang on, no one saw that, right? It's just like projection.
Let's just start over, everyone.
Just projected it.
Hi, I'm Steve.
What's everyone staring at? Oh,
He walks backwards. He does like the rewind.
Walks out of class.
turns off the lights and back on.
He said it's a McAllen.
Yeah.
He could be over the border in 6 minutes if he wanted to. Just live a new life down there in Mexico.
Yeah, he might want to after that.
Wow, that's pretty bad, Mark. But I've got three more
Okay.
that we're gonna have to ask ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That one's pretty bad. To show porn to a bunch of kids and get sent to jail for it in front of them. Mm-hmm. So we're already off to a hot start. Let's just continue the segment now with three more options of which one's worse. And I'm not going to tell you up front which the three options are, but they're all pretty good. A lot of disgusting stuff out there in 2022, right, guys?
There is.
Inflation,
There really is.
recession, perhaps, maybe, who knows, like more bad, the war in Ukraine, maybe Kanye, Taiwan, like, God, it's really bad out there. But perhaps
incest.
These three.
I mean, not actual incest, but
in porn, taking over the porn.
I mean, it's close.
Taking over the
when you think about it,
genres of porn, yeah,
exactly. Step porn plus House of Dragon. There's a lot of incest. There's an incest problem right now. So there's also all the serial killer documentaries. It's just a bad time, all right? But
the Dahmer show, honestly, goes too far.
It does. They tried to do another one.
Yeah,
it's too much. It's too much. Okay, but these three may be even worse than all those. So taking it to Twitter, where a lot of bad stuff is born, let's see what the fine art destroying climate mob is up to this time at The Hague in the Netherlands. Here it is, guys. Oh, they're looking at a painting. That bald guy's doing something weird.
Is that girl with the pearl earring?
Yeah, it is. Girl with the pearl earring. He's gluing his head to it.
Bleeding on the
The girl with the pearl earring.
He's gluing his head to it, and now his buddy poured tomato juice all over him. Now they're making a speech. They're glued.
How do you feel when you see something beautiful and priceless being apparently destroyed before your eyes?
The earth. It's a metaphor for the earth.
Do you feel outraged?
Yeah.
But this one's different. He fucked up and glued himself to the painting.
It's glued to it.
Before our very eyes.
Did he know he wasn't supposed to do that?
That could really fuck it up.
Yeah, I think he
His head's
messed
glued
up.
to it. His hand's glued to it.
This painting is protected by glass. It's just fine.
You're ruining it, buddy. You're not supposed to say that.
Well, I'm at the museum. We came all this way.
So why'd they even do it if it's fine?
Because we're watching it and talking about it.
Security sucks at these museums, let me tell
It
you.
really
Who
does.
need to choose between hating or eating are not
They need to
protected.
hire like ex-UFC guys.
So, you may be thinking, guys, man, that was pretty baby-like, right? For the climate protesters there to just glue themselves to Johannes Vermeer's famous girl with the pearl earring painting.
Yeah.
And actually, scientifically, if you were thinking that, you'd be correct. Because according to a new paper from Michael Schellenberger, a growing body of research finds higher levels of narcissism and infantilization among activists. The finding is supported by their new tactics of throwing food, screaming, and threatening to poop their pants constantly. So
Yeah, they are babies.
literally, literally the scientists and the psychologists are beginning to think that polarization, often fed by social and legacy media, is actually making us more baby-like.
The worst part of that video was that guy's horrible accent. He sounded like a Muppet. He sounded kind of like the Swedish chef.
I think he was from Wisconsin.
How do you feel?
Oh, no, he's Belgian.
Turkey.
Big time Belgian.
Do you not like when we destroy the paintings? The painting is fine.
I love how everybody's
though.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up and leave.
Yeah.
It's so interesting you say that about the article, Will. When I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, you know what I would do if I was a climate change activist? I'd take all that energy, I'd go to San Francisco, sorry, Wes, and I'd spend time infiltrating wealthy circles, right? And then slowly, from inside, convincing wealthy people, because that's how you have power, is by having money, to do something different.
Oh, they're too lazy.
That's what I would do.
Too lazy.
So
Well, it'd be
you're
too
saying instead
effective.
of gluing your head to
Yes,
a
instead of
famous
gluing my
work of
head to the
art.
fucking...
Well, anything besides
Yeah, that would be more effective. I think anything, right, would be more effective. So that was pretty bad. But this next one may be worse. A new study led by experts at Northwestern University in Illinois and published in the Journal of Astrobiology this week claims that Mars, this isn't good, guys. Mars probably has a lot of life living under the surface. They say, if Martian life ever existed, even if viable life forms are not now present on Mars, whole viable D-radio-Uranus cells can survive in the equivalent of 280 million years in the frozen Martian subsurface. So, based on like the fact that scientists think that water stopped flowing on Mars about 2 billion years ago, and they tested the most durable bacteria on Earth to see how long they could survive under the Martian soil. The theory is that there could be traces of Martian life all over the place, 4 inches or deeper under the surface, if those traces of water and ice sank in long ago.
I think there's traces of it and Twitter headquarters
microscopic
right now,
life, right?
Elon's
Microscopic life, yeah.
Well, is this related to, because I didn't pick this story up today because I figured you would, but I thought I saw a story about a meteor or rock hitting Mars and uncovering part of the surface. In all seriousness, is that related? I swear to God, I think I saw it. Let me check, but
Perhaps that's
enjoy
related.
the parasites and the Mars version of COVID when you go up there.
Well, Mark, here's the bright side, right? On the bright side, the surface of Mars, the bright side literally, is like constantly standing next to a nuclear bomb that's going off since there's absolutely no atmosphere. So maybe the space rays have killed off all the ancient Martian bacteria for good.
That can survive in that environment don't mesh with us.
Right, Mark. So is Elon buying Twitter to save the world like he claims from polarization, or is he doing it to distract us from the fact that he's going to get to Mars first, create Martian life Jurassic Park style, and then come and fuck us up with Martian Jurassic Park?
He's going back home.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, can you do me a favor and read this headline that was published in the Washington Post about 2 hours ago?
It says big rock. Big rock Mars
Fall
gouge craters reveal subsurface features. Wow. Look at that.
Whoa. So you're saying there's life up there and a rock hit it today, exposing that life potentially, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. They say that the probe is going to be bringing back samples that they hope has Martian life on it.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
Well,
The
Elon
plot
wants
to like 70 movies.
it.
Venom.
When the world's richest man wants to build Martian Jurassic Park.
That's where you want the unhinged rednecks to that's where you want them. Like the guys that are out there like shooting up the FBI building. Get them to
shoot
meet
the rocket
these
that's coming back. Yeah.
To meet these astronauts with living samples from Mars.
Yeah.
All right.
Sick them on that.
So we've got infantilized climate protesters, pretty bad. We've got Martians coming back to life to fuck us in the ass.
This
That's
is
pretty
Ludwig.
bad.
He's very bald, and he is now glued to your favorite painting.
How does it make you feel?
My friend's head is glued to the painting.
He could not be more glued. Because of his baldness, this will be very effective.
Good. Well, what a pussy he is. He sold his own trick out 35 seconds into it. He couldn't take the heat.
Don't worry. Oh, she's upset over there. I must calm her down. The painting is fine.
No, I mean, those guys, it's a classic. They're just infants.
Idiots.
And if you think that that's bad, they just need to grow up, guys. They've been infantilized. Just wait till you see what tumbleweeds can do. If you think that those are bad, look at what tumbleweeds have done to this one couple in Colorado.
Hear the wind zipping, but some things you just have to see to really understand, or maybe still not understand.
looks like an
Let's bring in
adult baby.
KRDO News Channel 13's Annabelle Childers right now.
Oh, stop.
She's live in Fountain, where a couple is stuck in their house
nice.
because of tumbleweeds. Annabelle, what's going on behind you?
Look at this.
Spencer, it's crazy that a tumbleweed, well, a lot of them, if you see here, can create such a situation. I want you to look behind me right here. This is the road that leads to this home of the couple
All
that I spoke with
tumbleweeds.
today.
Wow.
They cannot
Where's
get
the
out of their
road?
house. Earlier, I
Her
couldn't get
dad
into
is
that
deeply
driveway.
regretting the journalism
but now
school
they're
he paid
just
for.
confused, trying to figure out what to do next.
Oh, so many tumbleweeds. Look at this.
Get off of here.
Whoa.
This was all full.
A shocking sight.
I looked out of my
This lady's
bathroom
awesome.
window, and the tumbleweeds kept on jumping up on the window.
As Marley
Oh.
Rose realizes that her
This
home
lady
is
is
Window.
the human
enclosed by
embodiment of a
tumbleweeds.
tumbleweed.
They could solve this entire thing if they just got one funny
Blocking
person
every
out there.
Did one of the
I opened
tumbleweeds like
front
enter
door,
her? Like,
and the whole
She's so German.
yeah.
tumbleweed.
Marley says she tried to
whole
leave her driveway,
tumbleweeds.
but she couldn't see the road in front of her.
I almost ran into the neighbor's fence because I didn't know where I was.
Those neighbors spending
It is
hours
coincidentally
Sunday morning
also made of
helping clear the road
tumbleweeds.
for
Yeah.
Marlise and her husband.
You had
But
to
I
fight
couldn't-
yourself through the tumbleweeds.
You'd have to fight
Which were
through.
above the car, you had to push
no.
yourself into it.
But still, the sight from her back porch is a sea of them.
You kind of almost, you feel helpless. I thought it was a bad dream.
But it's her reality, one with unknown
Tumbleweeds.
next steps and a whole lot of tumbleweed.
We still can't walk anywhere.
Ugh.
I don't know what we're gonna do, how we get rid of those tumbleweeds.
Damn it. Damn tumbleweeds.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
And Marley says she's working on contacting insurance and also the county to help get rid of these. But the situation keeps getting worse. So we're going to continue checking in with this couple to figure out what their next steps are. Reporting live from Fountain, Annabelle Childers, KRDO, Channel 13.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a long news bit for Tumbleweeds. Like, there's not a lot going on in that town. They filled like 3 minutes with that.
Did you see how many tumbleweeds were at her house?
I saw. No, it's great for our show.
Her yard is filled with tumbleweeds.
It's great for our show.
Pat, can you believe this poor elderly German, definitely European lady who wears no bra living in Fountain, Colorado is afflicted by so many tumbleweeds?
Tumbleweed, which is like synonymous with boring content, right?
Pretty much. Guys, what is she gonna do? These things, there's tons of them. They weigh no weight each. I mean, less than like half a pound each.
Yeah.
What is she gonna do?
Put on some gloves, lady. Start pushing.
Light a match.
Yeah.
You'd start a forest fire, but she
bring a smoker out there.
Get a shovel.
Yeah, a shovel. The neighbors, you noticed how the neighbors cleared her driveway out for her,
right?
But they just haven't done it again.
I'm really hoping that this news story gets some of the neighbors over here to help me move to Tumbleweed.
They're trying to keep her in. They're so annoyed by her most of the time.
Everybody is annoyed with Marley's, which is her name.
The wind didn't put those tumbleweeds there.
Yeah, exactly. Some guy just dumped all of his tumbleweeds. Yeah.
Man, this is a huge advertising opportunity. Do you remember those commercials in the 90s where the women would wash their hair with a certain shampoo and they'd like have an orgasm? Do you remember that? Like,
yes. Herbal Essence.
If I owned that fucking company, I'm going to the tumbleweed capital of the world, and then I'm computer generating them away after someone takes a share with herbal essences.
But what about just
pick your poison?
A guy that like works for, I don't know, like any company, like just his own like landscaping or plow company, just says, "Hey, it's me, Greg from Greg's Tumbleweed Removal. Would you like?"
You know what? I bet she could pay a neighbor like $100 to get to clear her driveway of the tumbleweeds.
It would take a guy with a snowplow like 10 seconds.
I had a bunch fly into my yard this week, actually, and I picked them up in a couple of seconds.
You just pick them up with your fingers?
Just picked them up in a couple of seconds and tossed them in the trash. Yeah, it was crazy.
Put on gloves, Wes.
No, they're not prickly.
Put on gloves.
They're just big bushes that weigh nothing that flow in the wind. And you see, guys, this poor, probably German, but definitely European lady is afflicted with a Russian invasive species. You know, the Russian thistle, which was brought to the USA in the 1800s with illegal Russian grain, creates a lot of the tumbleweeds in the West. So much like her European relatives under constant threat of Putin, Marlise Gross can't get away from the Red Scare all the way over in Colorado either. So
it's terrible.
Tough for her, you know? I don't know what she could do. She could probably cut through them with a machete or maybe move them out of the way, but doesn't sound like she's going to try that.
Right now, she's just yelling at them.
Yep. It's real sad.
Hey, stupid tumbleweeds!
She could run him over with a lawnmower.
Still there.
She could try anything, Pat,
be kind of fun.
Doesn't look like she's going to try it.
Yeah,
so
she could jump into them like a pile of leaves.
Mm-hmm.
She could do any of it. She had a good opportunity to do anything she wanted with billions of tumbleweeds. Instead, she just complained.
I know which one I think's worse.
Yeah, so I ask you.
It's the two Belgian guys for me. I hate those two. Fucking hate those dudes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the tumbleweeds for me. I would probably say the art guys are really annoying.
It's the art guys.
It's the art guys, right?
Because the Martian bacteria is just some bullshit. It's not going to happen. The tumbleweeds, that's not even bad at all. Like I'm saying, you can just swipe them away with your hands.
It's the guys gluing their heads to the paintings.
It's definitely the fucking infant baby climate.
And then admitting that they're not even damaging the painting in the middle of their shtick. Yeah.
It's the art guys.
It's the art guys. Will's
don't worry.
Oh yeah, guys. Look. I'm in a little bit of a temporary situation right now. But what I did mid-show was hardwiring myself in. So now I'm still frozen many times, but less frozen than I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're staying at someone else's house to get them to give you their bandwidth, because like they'll do most bandwidth offerings to you, but like really they don't fully understand how much.
What do you think is going on outside here? It's a family gathering. There's every phone is
right. Like, hey,
scrolling.
Can you guys
everything?
Can you guys
possible.
like play cards for 96 minutes?
Yeah, it's hard. I do ask that at some houses, like my family's house, my parents' house.
Life.
Yeah, I know it's
my mom cheats on it.
I know it's prime time, and you guys just finished dinner, but how about 95.5 minutes of no internet?
Yeah.
Can't do it.
That didn't go over well, so I just asked for the hard wire.
Yeah. Nice.
Which is really asking them to get off the internet. But
I didn't go that far. Trust me.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm a little worried about my internet connection too, so let's see how this works.
It's time for the high five.
Damn,
That
that's
works
good.
amazing.
Damn, that's good.
All right, we're gonna do things a little differently today.
Makes you want to leave the church, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes me want to give a presentation to myself, you know what I mean? And
I'm gonna
to unbutton
start
my
with
shirt here.
voicemails tonight. Okay, we're gonna flip it. All right. So we only got 3. So remember, if you want to leave a voicemail, you can call 512. Was it 217-1480?
No, that's not right.
No. Well,
270-1480.
Or
You just gave my
email
number out.
Hard Factor voicemail
so what's up?
at gmail.com, which is even better, as you'll hear from
Now,
Tony.
Pat, your phone number is
Don't say it.
Say it.
But I know yours too, William. By heart.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Before we get to voicemails though, shout out to K Oliver 689 who sent us this awesome picture which says happy episode 1069. I reached 6969 on my odometer. Actually reached 6966 when I got home last night. So I drove around the neighborhood for a little bit before I parked for the night. Katie,
amazing.
which is dedication. Thank you.
Katie.
Yeah.
6'9".
That's
Nice.
Pretty cool.
nice.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool. All right, let's do voicemails. Here's the first one.
Uh-oh.
Nope, it'll go. Right?
Just warm it up. Play that high five intro.
Is it warming up or is
Call it a
it?
day.
What the fuck?
I think I can. I think I can.
Day.
I think I can.
What? Somebody else play this for Wes. Wes, can you
Wes, just sum
unremove
it up
it
for
and
us.
then
Yeah.
somebody else play it for him?
I got it.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. Pat,
one
play it
is
for
it?
him.
Uh-oh.
Is it just
Nope.
not? Is it just not there?
No, here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey. Oh, look. Listen, listeners.
I don't.
No.
No.
I don't see or hear anything.
Nope.
Not there. All right. Well, you know
You
what?
wanna tell us.
Hold on, let me play it.
Tell us
Let me
about
play
him.
Wait.
Why would you try, Will? You're
There's
Can you
no-
imitate them? Well, Will, don't put any more. Don't put any more plates on your stack, dog.
Look, man, hold up.
I'm the man for the job today.
No, I don't know.
Hold up, man. Mark, you play it. Play it.
Which one is it?
It's the one that says Wes. It's got the picture of
He's got
Macho Man
multiple
on it.
S's. Oh, the Macho Man. Okay.
Oh,
Dude, what the fuck?
Did I just not put audio? What the fuck is going on here?
It's
no,
not.
Wes,
play-
it's
the file's not
the
working.
file's corrupted, man.
Yeah. The file's garbaggio.
Let me try. To
Just tell
do
us
it,
what happened.
the old school.
Yeah, can you just?
All right. So
can you
Colin
act 'em
called
out?
in. He was talking about porn. And then someone said that the Browns
Got
are
it.
definitely losing the Monday night game. The Browns
Okay.
suck.
I like
Browns,
that.
We'll be there.
Bengals.
Yeah.
I like
But-
the Browns.
But I'm 1,000% on that because the Bengals just whooped was whoever they played, the Ravens, or whoever they played last week, and Burrow threw for 7,000 yards, but Jamar Chase is out.
It's tough. Chase
Checking
is
our
definitely their
bets
best
right now.
player.
Yeah,
Checking our
Jamar
bets.
Chase is their best player.
I mean, besides Joe, but
right, but he needs Chase because then it opens up the field for Higgins and other guys. Like now they can just bottle up Higgins. It's a little bit tougher.
that's tough. I mean, like I love that team, obviously the
Yeah.
LSU factor, but
Well,
yeah, I mean,
after last
Jamar
week, it looked like they could go back to the AFC Championship or Super Bowl again, but
not
they need Chase
without
back.
Jamar.
He's
Not
out 4
without
to 6
Jamar
weeks.
Chase. No way.
So for the juiced up wheel pick, which is
That's like losing Jerry Rice if you're the 49ers.
Yeah,
This is a parlay for anyone that's interested. This is a parlay where we spin the wheel for every game, right? And then we take that point spread favorite that the wheel picked, and then we juice it up. We buy as many points as we can. We went with the Bengals there, and then the straight money line we went with the Bengals, and the regular spread went with the Bengals. So
yeah. No, so we're with him. I just hope that Burrow
I
continues.
think he said the
hot
Browns is
streak.
going to win. He said
No,
the Browns.
are not going to win.
Not going to win. Browns.
No, he says
Oh.
the Browns are trash. He says it
We're all
doesn't matter
lying.
how badly Jamar's leg could fall off and they'd still beat.
Right.
the
We just need Joey B's to just get it done without Jamar. It's all good.
Why would you lead with the Bengals are the favorite? Why would you phrase it? The Browns are not going to win. Why wouldn't you say the Bengals are going to win?
Because he's a Bengals fan. He hates the Browns.
Yeah, we got a lot of
In-state
a lot
rivalry.
Look,
Yeah, but I'm a
Hard
Bengals fan.
Factor-
I'm leading. I'm saying the Commanders are going to beat the Colts this week. I'm not saying the Bengals are
Cincinnati-
not going to lose to the Colts.
Maybe it's a
Cincinnati is one of the
self-hating
biggest
Browns
Hard Factor cities in America. I don't know if you guys
Dude,
know.
I'm telling you, we got
Big
New York,
time
New York.
Bengals country podcast.
Dude,
We got
I
New
tore
York,
it
New
up
York
in
game, right?
Cincinnati one weekend back in the day at the UFC Rich Franklin versus Anderson Silva 2, the rematch, big pay-per-view. Tore Cincinnati up.
That's right.
Tore it up.
Drove straight through Kentucky to tear it up.
I do want to play Tony's thing because
pop it up.
He asked a question. Let me see if I did it right this time.
Yeah, see if you got it.
You were just doing some extra.
Joe from Akron, Ohio. Big caller last year, gave all my Super Bowl picks, and I just wanted to call in to say that tonight, Bears plus 8.5 over the Pats, definitely going to hit. As a Browns fan, next Monday night, free money, Bengals -3, literally free money.
No, Bears
crush the Pats.
Oh,
yeah.
Bears beat the Pats by
I'm sorry I went away from the show for a while. I actually started chilling, listening to the Yap when Kate got on it. And Pat,
Kate stealing listeners.
You got yourself a nice fine woman right there.
Yeah, thanks. I know she makes more money than me, so come back over here, dude.
I had a joke, and I'm too embarrassed to say it because I like you a lot. So
You can say
never mind. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Way better than any news on the air now. Okay, Pats plus 8.5. Bengals -3. Pat, your wife is hot. Okay, bye.
Thank you. She was looking very good today. She was looking very good today. The Yak, her show,
pick with the
for anyone that wants to listen to her show, it's during the afternoon, okay? There's no conflict. You can listen to our show and her show, but our show first.
Our show first, Yak second. We're a pro Yak podcast, but listen to us
We're
first.
pro Yak, and we're completely independent, man. We're completely independent. Look, I love the Yak for my girl. It's great, but we're come on over here, baby. Just be here with us.
Come on, we're truly this is pirate radio right here.
Do you know how much money Big Cat has? I don't even want to think about it. We don't have that money. We need it. Come over here, and we're pretty good. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, he knows. Hot. He's got the hots for your girl.
Yeah,
and we didn't go Pats. So there you have it. No Pat bets on our parlay.
That was an old
bad pick on the Pats.
That was an old voicemail. He thought the Pats were going to beat the Bears, and the Bears won by like 19.
Yeah,
it's like 33-14.
No, it was a surprising win, but
I don't know.
The Bengals over the Browns.
Oh, that's this week. Yeah,
that's
I'm with him this week, but last week's pick was just off. Yeah,
I was trying to say I thought I was wrong, but there's 3 in-state games this week. It's the Pennsylvania game, the Ohio game, and the California game.
Right, that's correct.
All right, next voicemail.
Boys, it's Colin from California. So I tried to email this, it wouldn't send, so I just called on a different phone. So. You know how they've been doing all these ads and stuff in the New York Congress race? They have the guy that released a sex tape. What if they start doing like Pornhub ads now with campaign ads? Like we can do Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Beth Van Dyne. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like that shows up right mid jerk off. Like I might end up finishing the Marjorie Taylor Greene every fucking time.
I know.
Love you guys and have a great fucking day.
All right. So that was just Colin calling in to talk about how he wants to bang Marjorie Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes.
What sub-free version of Pornhub are you on that has ads in the middle of your videos?
Yeah, you're not on Pornhub.
What Pornhub are you on where you're getting interrupted?
He's got it saved in his like computer or his phone as like porn with an E at the end of it, Porny Hub. Like he's definitely got like the wrong one.
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad idea because what do we know about PACs? PACs can spend money without permission. That's kind of what they're designed for. And there's that new deepfake technology that they're advertising on Pornhub where you can put some girl that will never fuck you's face on any porn star's body.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any limitations on spending on adult sites. Probably not. Because I mean, you could obviously the dude Itkiss used his PAC money to make the porn.
I'd imagine there's less regulations.
He probably had some. Whatever he had.
I mean, he had $45 for the Ramada Inn, and then
I would imagine that,
and then the Southwest flight to LA.
Yeah, I mean, his $1,000 check that he got to his PAC went all to the porn.
Internet porn's kind of the wild, wild west. I mean, it's so bad that people like just post revenge porn, and it takes like the poor girls like months to get it down. Like you have to like jump through hoops to verify that it shouldn't be up there, or whatever. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think we could get away with it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate you calling in.
I mean, like, why is he so in Colin? Next time you tell us about MTG, we all get it. You want to
like some a little trashy, man. I get
tell us. Okay, no. What about that woman? Like, is it the way she does her pull-ups? Like, is it?
It's that she says a woman is a vessel to serve a man. That's what it is. She's. It's that women are put on earth.
Yeah, but her husband left her because she cheats on him. So it's not.
Colin wants MTG to pee on his face.
Yeah,
she's got a real Florida face, man. Like, been in the sun a long time.
Yeah,
definitely smoked a cigarette with a package that has green on it, like Cools or Newports.
She strangles you,
right,
during sex.
That's right. It'd be fun. It would be fun. Let's admit it.
I'll admit she. It must be aggressive sex.
It would be.
Yeah.
Fun.
It's aggressive.
We're with you. Come on. Okay, last one.
What's up, guys? Tony from PA here. So I thought I sent in a voicemail last week. Guess I didn't hit send. So Wes, fuck you. But we had our work retreat last week. Went out to a lake here in Pennsylvania, and we got on boats there. And I had many beverages. Decided to jump into the water. But I don't really know how to swim. My parents never took me to swimming lessons. So I was very fortunate that there was a tube there so I could get on that and not die. Because if I died, the last thing that I would have been known for was Wes making fun of me. But I want to know if you guys are good swimmers. I feel like Mark was definitely the swimmer back in the day with that six-pack. Anyways, have a great fucking weekend, boys. Love ya.
Yeah, no, Tony, the last thing you would be known for is jumping into the water, not knowing how to swim.
Yeah. 20, how old are you? 21? You can't swim. Yeah.
That would have been right up there with the guy. Do you see the lawyer who
Darwin
was
Award
against motorcycle helmets just died of a motorcycle crash and it hit his head? That would have been Tony's death. Same style. Mockery.
So, why did he jump in?
Because there was a tube there.
Yeah, well, luckily there was a tube there.
There's a tube.
He got saved by the tube.
Tony gets peer pressured.
You got to learn how to swim, Tony. As this, at your age, you got to be able to jump in a body of water.
Yeah, you just need to float. You need to be able to float, basically. Tread water.
Yeah.
Dog paddle.
Careful, Tony. I want detailed updates on your swimming lessons, please.
Take a real deep breath, and then just hang out, man. You'll float.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, but isn't swimming so much cooler and like you seem cooler to like you can move in the water? Like, hey, I don't have to like.
Being submerged in water is the tits.
Right, like
it's the best.
Tony, swimming's a good
swim by 20.
It's a good skill to have. Yeah, just develop.
It's a weird thing to not be able to swim at 20.
Tony, call your parents.
How far inland were you born, Tony? Like
call your parents and make them pay for it because they really should have
inland.
taken care of this for you earlier.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. You should come on. They have pools.
They don't have pools in Pittsburgh.
They got the Three Rivers.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for voicemails.
You got to be a strong swimmer to get out of a river. Come on.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
A river is like a pool that's trying to kill you.
Yeah. The only time I ever almost drowned was trying to get across the Austin Lake when we're on high current when I had 2 beers in my pockets, like full beers.
That's a dumb move, Mark.
Yeah, well, but I got across it with the beers.
Eventually, you do get across, but you're like, I'm going to get swept away to the other side of the city. And then
it was
a seriously dangerous thing you did, Mark.
I was like, should I get rid of the beers? Yeah. Our buddy Kevin was just like already over there, like watching me almost drown. He didn't have the beers in his pockets. Plus, he was a lifeguard.
Yeah. Swam across. The current didn't even move him.
Like, I think I had shoes on too. Yeah. I wasn't in the right attire. It wasn't because it was like a
fully
hike.
Clothed.
Yeah, I was like
shoes on.
I think I had cargo shorts on and
backpack.
Yeah.
All right. Got a few just random stuff for you guys. Good news. Carly H sent us this, and it's Chris Kemsinski, who's the CEO of McDonald's. He was talking at a conference. He said the McRib is really the GOAT of sandwiches, and like Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, you're never sure if they're really retired. So
there it is. Yeah, we called it. Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah, got a lot of.
Did you guys get? Am I the only one that got this McRib email? You guys got it too, right? Or no?
No, I didn't.
I'm sure they're marketing.
No, can't we get free shirts because of all the marketing done for them?
But I'm confused about why because we don't have like a general email, and I don't know that this person listens to Hard Factor.
Well, we've gotten gift cards from them because we did.
We've reached out to McDonald's before.
We should get free shirts from them. Like,
I'm stoked about it. We're getting McRib shirts. I'm stoked about it.
Before we moved on with
nice.
do that Michael Jordan comment and like the sports retiring, which we've made a theme of the show. I just want to literally
McDonald's knows we're a McRib podcast.
We're going to get the shirts. But I want to literally talk to the one guy on Twitter who, when I said Tom Brady wasn't fully retired, and he gave me shit, and he told me not every single great came back, and then he told me, give me a whole bunch of shit online, and then said Tom Brady for sure is retired. He can suck my dick, and I know he's listening.
Yeah, you got that one right.
A lot of people
I always get into those arguments too, Mark. Like where
I just want him to know that he never came out and admitted he was wrong, but he's listening right now, and I want him to know he can suck my dick.
Yeah, you argue for like a fucking multiple days about how you know you're right.
Yep.
And then you never get any satisfaction out of it. You just get fucking frustrated.
This is my satisfaction right now, though.
Oh yeah, nice. That's the D, bro.
Yeah.
How many X's am I giving to each, boys? I'm getting back to this McRib lady. All right. Now.
Oh, double for me.
Double X me, yeah.
Yeah,
double
X.
Might want to make it's a McRib shirt. Let's not play around.
Double X, baby.
You might want to triple it after this weekend in Austin, but no, keep it a double.
You've been eating good in Austin, huh?
The food in Texas is.
Someone just send me a side text if you want it to be 3. You don't have to say it on air.
Nah, keep it 2. Keep it 2. The Texas food is just the best.
It is.
I miss it so much.
What are we going to eat tomorrow on Uncle's Day?
Oh man, whatever we want.
That Interstellar barbecue is up here. Is up where the
down.
Phil.
Yeah.
Somebody feed Phil.
Yeah. Everything I've had has been just so good.
Oh, dude, friend and listener to the show. Hold on, friend and listener to the show. Leroy and Lewis barbecue, man.
Ooh.
Evan Leroy.
Oh, we want to go there too. Yeah.
Oh, Evan Leroy listens to Hard Factor. He's our guy.
Oh,
they were on Somebody Feed Phil.
I want to tell Evan. I want to have one of those ribs.
Was he the food truck?
Like caramel.
Yeah, that's the best barbecue in Austin, Texas.
Shit. He's got the bacon. What day of the week does Evan do the bacon thing?
The rib.
Holy shit, that's that food truck.
Evan,
the full pork rib or whatever it is.
I know you're listening.
God,
DM
that
me.
looks so good.
All right,
guys. If you go to Austin, Texas,
Phil ate. That's what we want.
Go to Leroy and Lewis.
Where the listener spots are, but let's go to one of those. Yeah, let's eat there.
Okay. All right. Moving on. A lot of people sent this in. They were, obviously hoping that this was pit bulls. The Amazon delivery driver is found dead. Terrible accident. They were actually not pit bulls. They were German Shepherd and an English Mastiff. So just gonna, I'm big enough to admit that. Big enough to admit that.
Wow, Wes, that is big of you.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, like PFT's on notice now. Holy shit, his family's got a ton of English Mastiffs and German Shepherds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually the Neapolitan Mastiff that are the.
Well, I mean, R.I.P. Leroy, but
Leroy.
they have other Mastiffs and German Shepherds.
Okay, let's go to a couple. Actually, let's do a couple updates. This is from he wanted me to keep his name off here, but he says, "Hey, big fan since the Barstool days. I actually sell Arizona iced tea in Rhode Island. Also sell Snapple, LOL. But the case cost we sell is $16.50 for 24 cans. So the cost to the stores is 68 cents. With credit card fees, the stores only make like 20 cents per transaction. Basically, Arizona is fucking up small businesses' margin. And big companies, 7-Eleven, Cumberland Farms, charge more because of the margin they need products to be is about 40%. So you hear that? Good old Arizona is messing with the small boys, small business.
Yeah, but this wasn't a gift, Wes. No one gave them the market share. They earned the market share, Wes. It is a loss leader for their company, but they earned the market share.
Well, if they stop printing 99 cents on their fucking cans, maybe someone can make some goddamn money.
So what you're saying is, no. What he's saying basically is that the taking off of the 99 cents is Arizona finally giving in to the gas stations.
Yeah, they're allowing them to make a little bit of profit off of their fucking products.
Arizona's just been fucking gas stations for years.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's kind of awesome.
Pat, when were you going to tell us that Evan Leroy of Leroy and Lewis Barbecue was a
I've told you this. I've told you this many times before.
I'm glad I'm in Austin for when we found out.
It's the #1 barbecue place in Austin now.
We were going to go eat. We were going to go eat and shoot content with him before the pandemic. The pandemic happened, and then we couldn't do it. But yeah, it was set up.
I brought my camera down. Let's go.
Evan Leroy's a dude, man.
Okay, let's go tomorrow.
Well, it's going to rain tomorrow, maybe. So
that's fine. Less people will be there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I got another little update. Karen S on the beekeeper that was keeping the eviction from happening. She says the bee lady does not even live in the house. She's a protester that goes to evictions to protest evictions. It gets even crazier because the homeowner getting evicted lives in a $1.5 million house in Longmeadow with all sorts of liens. I'm a local, so the fact that you guys are covering this is insane and hilarious story is icing on my Friday. Have a solid weekend. Love listening. Thank you, Kara, for the update. So she's just a crazy lady that tries to protect evictions.
Shows up with her bees.
Yeah, they literal bee attack.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Will, I think you got to throw this. I think you got to throw this as a tale on the which one's worse. And we got to revote because this is effectively the climate change activists just in a different way.
Oh,
much better.
I think it's I think the glue guys are worse still because she's like I thought that was a legendary. I thought
this
first
is
of all
potentially
I thought she was
deadly. You can justify attacking someone with bees if it's your house, but
the cops aren't going to die. They're going to.
Did you ever see My Girl, bro?
Oh man,
yeah.
Did you ever see My Girl?
P. Macaulay Culkin and My Girl.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
They killed America's sweetheart.
Spoiler alert.
She's probably not going to kill anybody with her bees.
No, this makes the story 10 times cooler.
Yeah, she's such a badass. And like I mean, I know she's
around like an attack dog is awesome.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed attack every time now because she shows up to attack. Yeah,
well, she talks to her bees.
Did you see the second part? She's defending like a millionaire.
She projects a relationship that isn't there on her bees.
She's just lightly smoking them on the ride over. Yes.
Oh, there you are, Buzzy.
We're gonna do our work, aren't we today? Hi.
Just 12 more miles.
Yeah. She knows she's going to jail too. She
now it's a slam dunk. They need to arrest her. Yeah. She's not even doesn't even live there.
She's like a Marvel villain, man.
Yeah, the bee.
Yeah, she's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, like that's what I was saying. It was very impressive the first time I heard it, and this makes it even more impressive.
Yeah, this is great.
Another update from Corey W. from Clemson. He says, listening to the pod from today, Clemson didn't storm the field. We do that win or lose every single game, he meant to say. It's called meeting at the paw. It's been a thing for 60 years.
Meeting at the paw sounds like the lamest thing. Meeting at the
worst
paw.
thing. Why would you storm the field every game? It's the dumbest tradition. I'm sorry if you're a Clemson grad.
It's pathetic.
You know what? You call your stadium Death Valley just like the LSU Tigers do. You're also the Tigers like the LSU Tigers. I think you even have the same fight song. So you know what? I don't care.
Which game
do you guys
like your stupid tradition?
Will, do you guys meet at the paw?
No, we don't meet at the paw.
No,
Plus,
man.
It's the eye of the tiger in the middle, like a real Tiger Stadium.
Paw.
You know, this sounds like something like BYU would do.
Yes.
Right? This
or
is
UVA
a real...
where they wear the ties to the game.
It's a major wahoo wah.
Oh, this
BYU.
This is
Why would you?
Yeah,
Why would you do it every time? That means that then there's no special time to do it.
I like to meet my group of friends at the paw that I don't hang out with all the time.
You know what this is like? You know what this is like?
We get in there at the paw. We'll see each other there.
You ever been to a competitive like AAU or like competitive soccer game where there's like a nicer field, even a high school game?
I thought I couldn't hate Clemson anymore.
It's like in high school basketball when at halftime 12-year-olds who are thirsty basketball kids they shoot around during halftime. That's what this is. These kids want to be on the field. They want to feel fucking
the fans
connected.
that live for meeting at the paw are the thirstiest fans ever. Yes.
They just played on this grass right here. And here we are.
What a group of fucking losers, dweebs, dorks.
I'm just going to my car.
Morons.
Why don't you just go to the bar? Meet at the bar. Like
bunch of RAs, mostly RAs.
You meet at the fucking house party or the bar, you stupid fucking losers.
Dude.
I want to hang out at an area that doesn't have alcohol for longer.
All Clemson listeners.
Oh, Clemson fans are not going to be happy with
people
me.
that meet at the paw.
Because if you're meeting at the paw, I don't want you listening to the show.
People that meet at the paw are the type of people that come from families that when someone gets into a college, every member of that family buys merch for that college. That's what type of kids he's.
It's like a Letterman jacket every fucking week.
Nothing wrong with
a high school Letterman jacket vibes. You know, meet at the paw.
Oh. I left something out of my application.
Clemson mom here. Clemson mom. My tiger meets at the paw.
Yeah. So Clemson rejected Wes and then has offended the rest of us. So yeah, I think the Clemson fans will be upset with this.
I ain't gonna ever meet anyone at the paw. I'll tell you that much.
Look, it's a weird tradition, and you know it's a weird tradition if you go to Clemson. So don't be upset about this because
don't they do the thing where they walk down the hill? That's cool. The team doesn't the Clemson team always like walk to the game, or is that LSU as well? The Clemson does something with their entrance that's cool, but that's like the football team.
They all right, blondes.
Here, guys. Yeah. This is from the
paw of the fans is pathetic.
This is from the college football Reddit.
Every game
went.
Let's beat at the paw.
Yeah.
Every game Win or lose, the university invites fans to, quote, meet at the paw to sing the alma mater. It's a tradition to sing the alma mater at the 50-yard line. Well, the tradition is still respected. Over time, the meeting at the paw has turned into an event for kids to get on the field to meet the players, toss a football around the on a real field, and enjoy themselves for a half an hour or so. Called it.
So that's for little kids.
That's great.
No, it's for college kids that act like little kids.
Yeah, it should be for little kids is what they're trying to say.
I'm picturing like a 5-year-old.
Right.
It's the 12-year-olds that shoot around during a high school basketball game halftime.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the meeting at the paw.
But they're
it's
adults.
the kids that don't know how to get a fake ID, so they meet at the paw.
Right. Right. No one offered them a fake ID. They have no means. It's for the losers. Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to some advice from Roastmaster Ron. He was talking on this is a YouTube comment. We're talking about how cream pies are going to be disappear or whatever. He said, we really need to come together as a country and protect the cream pies. It starts with cream pies, but what's next? Fishing? It's a slippery slope. Yeah. And then
fisting.
And then I'm a real doctor says at Roastmaster Ron, it's a slippery something. And then Richard Spectrum says, yes.
Yes, indeed.
No, they're absolutely right.
Elevated discourse from the Hardo Hive.
That is the opposite of meeting at the paw. That's
here's a mean comment from Matthew Anagostakos, who must be Greek. He says, "Why is every host's look in quotations on this page either Albuquerque chic or unshowered, smelly basement gremlin?"
I wish you could have screenshot of what we were wearing that day.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know.
I think that like what we're wearing right now probably is like accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I wear a t-shirt, whatever. Yeah.
I think
They don't have basements in Texas, idiot.
I think I might be both multiple times a week. That was a nailed.
Look, we're office gremlins, all right?
Yeah.
You guys. Let's see. This is a funny one from Poppy. El Padron. He's really mad about the dick study video, and he says,
"Oh my gosh, that got some reactions."
He says, "Why do you keep posting stuff like this? Are you a F word? The truth is, who gives a fuck what women think about men's dicks? Who gives a fuck?"
This guy does.
Yeah,
this guy
I think this guy.
He said, "Who gives a fuck twice?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody does, right? I mean, I think
whoever says "who gives a fuck" twice in a post gives so many fucks.
Yeah.
Listen up, ass F word.
Yeah, ass F word. Such a good.
I don't think he said it twice. I think I added it. But yeah, I think the protest a little too much, right?
Doesn't he want the girl he's hooking or the person he's hooking up with to like his penis?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
it just doesn't want it on his feed, Will.
Who gives
I don't want this stuff popping up on my feed.
Is it fuck?
What are you guys?
They're just dicks, and I don't want to see them.
Who cares what the opposites? Who cares what the people I'm attracted to feel about me?
Eric posted that video twice because he knew it was going to get people so pissed off.
Post it again.
Yeah, it was funny. The comments are hilarious on that one.
Got a couple of videos. This one's from Jason Slowy, and it's just a dolphin just going to town.
Oh yeah,
it's a dolphin encounter that turns into a dolphin rape.
Nick Canninger.
Yeah, I bet you guys want the orcas now, huh?
Watch the end of the video. What the guy does?
See his penis.
He gets the sperm out of the water. I think.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, like
he thanks her.
Yeah,
so
that
guys,
dolphin definitely finished.
So guys,
save me some time. Appreciate that.
Not only that, Mark, I looked into this. So thank you to Coach Sloy for saying that. And we got a few of these dolphin fucking videos this week, and I started looking into it, and it's actually something that is like sold as an experience at a lot of resorts. Like you can let the dolphin. Yeah, you can let the dolphin come up and hump you. They'll film it and take pictures of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That can't be true. That's true.
It's true.
No,
it's true.
That's not that cool.
It's because
that money's gotta be like in
Pat,
an escrow,
I'm telling you,
right?
check it out. Go down the rabbit hole. There's like 1 billion of those videos because they sell them like at
there's no way. There's no way that goes over well with PETA.
Will's absolutely right. I went to a resort in Mexico.
Told PETA?
There's a resort.
These dolphins fuck the pier all day.
No, Will, they've obviously escalated the game because I went to a resort in Mexico and the girl I was with at the time, there was a monkey walking around the beach, and they would take you would have to pay to take a picture with this monkey that would sit on your chest, and he would molest your girlfriend by grabbing her tit. Yeah. That was a thing.
I'll tell you what, though.
Totally different thing.
No, but
such a different
but
thing.
it's escalated now.
It's the big boy version of that.
I will say this. I will say this. I would rather have a dolphin hump me than meet anyone at the paw. if given the two scenarios as my only options, I'm letting the dolphin come on me. Yeah.
Meet at the paw.
Yeah.
One more video. This one from Jesse. It's just a crab dominating a bald eagle that tries to the bald eagle. It's pretty cool. So the crab's the bald eagle's got this crab, and then the crab just attacks its head.
Shit. Yeah.
And almost drowns. And the crab's like a small little crab.
But he's getting him in the eye.
But it got it right on the right spot.
You like this, Wes?
I love it. It's nature, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty well. The eagle's gonna live. Watch.
Have some fucking pride. What? Have some pride. Is embarrassing.
Turn it away.
Turn it off.
Turn it away.
It's amazing.
It's embarrassing.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Though.
Wow, eagles are just like Americans. They're not the smartest bird. Right. I mean, like
watch your fucking mouth.
It's just the truth.
Slow and B sent this, going back to the art exhibition activist. New art exhibition opens, and then it's a picture of a glue that looks like cum.
Yeah.
I'm an activist. Oh man, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're the worst, man. They're the worst this year. I think they might take the cake for being the worst.
I mean, the real which one's worse is the climate activists that glue their head to the things, or the people that meet at the paw. That's the actual which one's worse. Those are the two biggest group of losers right now. Are the paw people and the climate activists at the art.
We need to do an inverse world power ranking with those.
They're at the bottom of they're at the top of the inverse world power.
Top of the bottom world power.
I thought this was interesting. I want to get your take on it, and then there's a couple more things, and then we're done. But it's a comment on the Round Rock teacher that threw the special ed kid, or the kid that was acting up in class, got. I mean, it was a fucking hornet's nest. And one of them, with comments was from the Trill hippie, and he tagged someone, and they did the clappy thing. And then Walsh Photo says, "I thought hippies were supposed to care about living beings. It's spelled hypocrite, not hippie." And then Forrest and Moss says, "Makes me think of this quote: hippies are bad people pretending to be good, and punks are good people pretending to be bad." And I wanted to get your guys' opinion. I thought that was an interesting quote, because a lot of people said, "Wow, that's accurate."
Wow.
The hippie was glad that the kid got tossed.
No, but overall, that's a sentiment, I guess. It's like hippies are bad people pretending to be good, and punks are good people pretending to be bad.
Interesting.
Huh. You know what that's saying?
A lifestyle, you dumb bitch. Fuck off. It's a culture. And hippies would lay down and let you walk over them so you didn't get your feet wet.
Well, I mean, this is just a saying for people who don't like hippies.
Right.
What,
or don't
you know what this saying
hippies.
is? You know what this saying is? This saying is it's actually stolen from a saying about rugby. It's the original saying is soccer is a gentleman's game played by hooligans, and rugby is a hooligan's game played by gentlemen. That's the actual it's a stolen.
Right. Same.
Probably
deal.
one for skiers and snowboarders too.
I've heard that one before, and that's accurate.
I mean, both sports still date rape.
Well, remember was it the soccer team?
Not a lot.
Remember, it was the soccer fans of a rugby team that sucked each other's dicks for a dare.
Yeah, Australia. Yeah, soccer players.
Well,
yeah,
gentleman pays his bet.
Those are some hooligans.
A gentleman pays his bet.
You want me to bet? Yeah, I dare you to. Yeah.
You would never bit me.
Yeah, exactly. There's some bipping going on.
One poll to check in on: would you live in the ecosystem? Yes, 18%. No, 41%. What? 41%.
What? That's amazing.
Hey,
then,
Kanye got 18. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then let's check in and see what Tammy's up to. Tammy, the realtor. She's hanging out with a guy dressed as Hunter
Fantasy
Biden,
Fest.
smoking a crack pipe, and there she is. So
if you're not following
she sends
Tammy,
us great pictures. So thank you.
If you're not following Tammy, you have to be following her during Fantasy Fest, which is right now.
I think it just is ending, right? It was like a week. She sent it. Do you see that picture of like that huge person on stilts? That was crazy.
Yeah, she sends us some good ones.
Yeah, there's some characters out there.
All right, let me pull up the wheel. Everyone on
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Will, you're gonna be on Sunday night? Will?
I think so. Maybe. Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. Well, this is for Hive 5 first.
Oh yeah.
Next
everyone's
week.
gonna know that.
Gonna be Mark.
Nice.
Mark.
Send them in. Send in your Clemson hate. Send in your cat stuff.
Oh yeah.
Send in a bunch of Clemson shit.
Clemson fans, yeah, send Mark all you got.
Most of this Reddit thread is people hating on Clemson, except for people with A&M in their handle. People with A&M in their handle
Like
for some
Clemson?
reason are like, no, this is cool, man. Texas A&M.
Well, Texas A&M is a
they have
pretty
weird
nerdy,
traditions too.
pretty nerdy school too with their traditions.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole experience there is meeting at the Paw, from what I hear.
Weasley.
I will be on coffee.
There we go.
All right. Undo. Okay. That's going to do it for the show. Remember, we will be dropping the new designs that you saw at the top of the show and during the voicemails. Show them again real quick because they are fire. 11-1 we'll be launching, and they will be in sweatshirt form, t-shirt form, tank top form. Any other requests you have?
Hats? Ugly Christmas sweater?
We can try. Yeah, we'll do sweaters, hats. We can do anything. Well,
hoodies,
anything.
ugly Christmas sweaters. Yeah.
So
What about a towel? Like a
if you
beach
tell me
towel?
that you'll buy something, if you DM
Beach
me
towel?
and say I will buy this if you put it on this, I will specifically make
Mugs?
it just for you.
Coffee mugs.
Yeah, mugs. Yes.
Can I get boxers with the cream of the crop logo on the crotch?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's good.
Probably.
Remember when I made you guys do
And
the,
a disclaimer, though, in
maybe
case.
remember when I made you do what's it called, the vaccine or vaccinated on the crotch?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah,
It
the
sold like
vaccine
5.
underwears were good.
Yeah.
I think the cream of the crop is good. Pat, it's a good suggestion. Maybe.
Well,
an
I want you to be
asterisk
legally covered. That's all. I just want you to be legally covered.
Cream of the crop asterisk, just in case.
Why do you even care? I don't fucking care.
Did you read the fine print?
Who gives a fuck about what they think about my dick?
That's what I say.
Your dick's small enough to be the fine print.
Because you're so gay. I hate it. I hate you.
Why you keep putting it in my mouth? I mean, in my feed.
This isn't true, is it?
If we were in middle school, I would just be bipping you.
All right.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
First Friday of the school year, 8th graders suck the 7th graders' dicks.
All right. We love you. Have a great fucking weekend.